Hello and welcome. I'm Mercy, the Dungeon Master at HereThereBeMonsters, and today we're back for another power hour to stay focused, chill out, get some work done, and then get out of here. Thanks so much for joining me. Today we have two main goals for the first and second half of the stream. First half is going to be focusing mainly on character backstories, flushing out organizations, kingdoms, politics, etc. that relate to some of our main characters in our game. And the second half is going to be actually doing some kind of back-end work here to help make my DM work in the future hopefully be even more effective. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to go ahead and grab a link for this and share it to the Discord really fast, and then I'll restart the timer and we'll get going. All right, there's that. Now let's just get this restarted. And there we go. 1 hour on the clock. Let's do it. Well, sort of. 30 minutes on the clock, and then we'll take a short break, and then 30 more minutes on the clock. So there are 4 specific things that I'm wanting to address during the first half here. Oh, hi there. Hello. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out, guys. Appreciate you. It's 9K. Oh, awesome. Thanks so much for coming by. How's your day going? What do I even want to put these notes in? I guess this is world building. It's going, that's about it. Well, I'm sorry it's not going better than that. But what, it's hump day at least, right? So hopefully that's a little bit of something. Appreciate you being here. Also, if you guys don't mind, if you hit the live stream with a like, that does make it more likely to get pushed out to additional people as we're live and after the fact. All right. What do we want to work on first? Hey, none. That's a cool emote, actually. You can pin messages on YouTube now. Makes sense. I just didn't know that. I was trying to click on the emote to make it bigger, and it was like, nah. Hello, Rocket. All sorts of people up in here. Thanks so much for coming by, guys. So if you missed it, we have 2 halves to the stream. We do 30 minutes, we take a short break, we do 30 minutes. The goal for the first half is to get as much done as I can on some stuff for character backstories. It's the short version without reiterating the whole thing. Not that I'm writing backstories, but I'm creating like organizations, politics, naming kingdoms and guilds and some of that sort of stuff. So I suppose I probably want... You were the first like. If you have questions, you need to DM, you're free for the stream. Okay, thank you. I think what I actually want is to create a new document for the city of, well, town of Capstone. That way we have relevant info here. And then I'll probably copy over some of the town watch info from that document. I think that makes sense. Because I don't want to just straight up remove it from the Town Watch document either. Man, I wish I could create cross-referencing. Actually, wait. I probably can link it, right? Not quite what I was talking about, but that'd be better than nothing. Link. Actually, I can do even better. The militia. Make that a link that goes there. Booyah. Okay. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. That's kind of the purpose because we don't want to have spoilers and stuff. So we're going to call this Militia and Town Watch. So I actually have a request, and I've been kind of meaning to do this during our Twitch live streams as well. I want to try and kick the habit of using my filler words, such as and whatnot. To some degree, they're a natural part of speech, and I'm probably never going to get rid of them entirely. But I do want to try to minimize it, especially when I'm doing things like thinking. It comes through a lot in like the D&D streams because, you know, there's a lot of, well, I have to stop and consider a ruling, or I want to plan what the monster's going to do, or what have you. And I've always sort of struggled with filler words. A lot of people do, so it's certainly not unique there. However, I think there's kind of the additional stress of when you're live, when you're on the air, you don't want what's called dead air. Generally speaking, you don't want a lot of silence. So I think that results in me kind of ramping up the amount of filling that I'm doing in my speech. And it ends up coming across, well, to me, is kind of annoying because I notice it a lot. But also, I think it ends up coming across as... Can't quite think what the word I want is. Case in point. Although, like I said, I think it's fine occasionally. But it ends up coming across as weaker speech, I guess, for lack of a better word. So that's hyperlinked. That wasn't exactly something that I was planning on doing today, but I think it's also good to do. Hello, Ninja Viking. When it happens to you, you feel like you don't think fast enough. What do you mean by that? Thanks so much for coming by, Ninja Viking. How are you doing today? I have to say, they made some changes to the playlist that we've been using on Pretzel for a while now, and I really like it. This is such a good one. It's just good music. It has a good vibe to it. Doing well. I haven't joined a live YouTube of mine in ages, so I thought you'd pop in. Well, thank you very much. If it makes you feel any better, this is only the second one that we've done, and I don't even know how long. Over a year, probably. But I do very much appreciate the thought. All right. When you type, you can think of the right term or phrase because you can process your thoughts at a slower pace. But when you're vocal, filler words used a lot for your brain to catch up on what you're thinking about. I very much understand that. Yep. I hear you. You know, something that I didn't think of that I probably also should do today, I might end up reducing the scope of what I was accomplishing today a little bit. An hour really isn't that much time when it comes down to it. We've already used almost the sixth of it. I need to name... So what I'm working on is the guild of people who may or may not necessarily operate within the bounds of the law in the town of Capstone. And I have some rough notes for them, but I haven't really filled out much in the way of details. And it hadn't even occurred to me, but I need to, like, name some of these people and whatnot. Create a structure for them. No, you're good. You're good. I don't mind chatting a little bit while we're doing this, too. Name people and ranks. Okay. Okay, I'm rethinking my scope just a little bit here. This is going to be... I got to move a few things off of my to-do list. Lawless people, definitely Alan died. Hi, RR. Thanks so much for coming by and hanging out, you guys. Oh, I just moved the wrong thing. Okay. You'll be mostly lurking. Got a couple things you've been procrastinating on doing. No, that's okay. That's part of the whole point of this, is to have like a focused hour to get stuff done. And we invite people to join us and to get stuff done as well. So thank you so much for being here. Very much appreciate you. Justice, right? I'm gonna move this a little bit. I feel like it's slightly in my way. I've been playing more and more with having my microphone slightly off center, and I've gotten so used to it now, I actually vastly prefer it. My mic is a little crackly sometimes. It might have actually just been because of... No, it is peaking a little bit, isn't it? Why are we doing that? Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Okay. No, still doing it. Although it seems better now. Hi, I'm late. I'm Mercy. Yeah, what do we got going on? Why is that happening? How about now? Should be better now. La 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 la. Thank you, Noel. Or, thank you, Ninja Viking. Yeah, thank you, Orar. Rar. We are experimenting a little bit with YouTube's promotion features. Thought, especially with the launch of the D&D movie on in theaters, that might be a decent time to do that. I probably just addressed what you were just spelling out there. That's why. So we need to name people, give them ranks. Let's write a little bit of the history of the guild. Crack is back? What? It really shouldn't be right now. If you're getting crack right now, let me know. Might have to do some troubleshooting off stream if so. Just a little bit, not as much as before. That's so weird. Okay. I should be getting quieter as well. Hopefully that has finished sorting it out. I have 15 minutes until break already. We're a quarter of the way done. It's like, like almost stressful trying to do this kind of stuff in an hour. I know I will get used to it, and it will be good for me. Not a super big fan of this particular song. I'll go ahead and give that one a little thummy down. But yes, on the note of using promote on YouTube, I've never done it before. I actually didn't even know that YouTube had rolled that out. My guess would be that somewhere along the line, either it didn't exist or we didn't have access to it because of the size of the channel. And sometime about a year ago, they reduced the requirements in order to get access to some channel features, such as community posts and whatnot. So if it's new, it was probably made to compete with TikTok's promote. If it's old and we just didn't have access, then that probably changed about a year ago. We just didn't know at the time. It's really interesting because normally online you pay what's called CPM, cost per melee, which is essentially the price that you pay per 1,000 people that see like your thumbnail or your ad or whatever. And for YouTube ads, instead, you pay cost per view. So essentially what that does is that's kinder to people like me who are newer to YouTube, who don't necessarily know a ton of stuff about like making good thumbnails and whatnot. Because if you're paying cost per 1,000 people that see it and your thumbnail is bad, then your cost per click is higher. But if you're paying a set rate that's cost per click, it's a little bit more democratized. I don't think our thumbnails are terrible, but I certainly think that we will continue to get better at it. Also, the huge storm and tornado warning came to nothing around where you live. The storm split up, and the top of it went over where you live. The bottom of it went under. You only got like a sprinkle of rain. Well, I'm glad you guys are okay. I hope that that was everyone's experience with it. Hey, Vona, yes. Yeah, I'm trying to do this about once a week, actually, to sit down and have kind of like a dedicated hour of productivity to work on D&D stuff. Chicken nuggies and cookies, let's go. Are they dino nuggies, though? That's the real question. I think the other thing that doing these power hours will help is it will help me better conceptualize how much work I do and don't have to do. That way I'm not, you know, scrambling before a session or what have you. Not that I've been too bad about that, but I suspect as we continue to play and things get more and more interwoven, it will potentially become more and more of an issue. All right. They have a name. They have a brief description. Although I need to add one more thing to that description. Named their ranks, and then we need to come up with some names of people within those ranks. Did I see what you sent in the hobby channel? I have not yet. No, I'm sorry. I'll take a look at it when we're done here. You know, something else I should probably do is define how many people are in this guild. That's awesome. Congratulations. Okay, I'm going to break up my notes here. We're going to have history. I need another section on current activities. Because realistically, I'm probably going to end up using this format for a lot of different organizations. So history, current activities. Yeah, that's a lot quicker to look at. Say it's 0.1%. It could be 50% in a week. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles there. Okay, so how many people do we think should be in the Guild of Lawless Folks? How many people live in the town? Start there. I want to say it's like 3,000. Help if I didn't scroll past it. There it is. 3,500, I was close. Not bad for trying to remember something that I wrote 10 years ago. Hey, Enola. Nah. Too upbeat. Too high tempo. Okay, so if we have a town of 3,500 people, and about 1,000 of them are in the militia. I'm glad I'm looking back at this. I actually forgotten that I had made that decision. So Capstone is essentially under martial law. They no longer have a watch. I mean, they do and they don't. There are still watch captains and whatnot whose duty is to primarily oversee watch type duties, but technically they all fall under the militia. A spoiler, I don't think. That's just world building stuff. So if 1,000 people there are in the militia, and that's considered a lot. If we said there was 100 people in the Thieves Guild, that's what, like 2.8%? $2.85. Dang, look at me go. Be big brain. Okay. I think I have them fleshed out really well in their description now. We need to name some people, but I only have a minute and a half left. Yeah, we chatted about a few other things for a few minutes, so I'll go just a teeny bit over the end of the timer. Mainly, we just need some names. Behind... Wow. Behindthename.com. I can type. You know, it's funny. I was, like, bragging on this playlist 15 minutes ago, and then it's been kind of striking out for me. Mo Bob. What about Mobob? Hyphenated. Brad. Brad is like my go-to for sure. Interesting. Looking at names, I probably actually shouldn't even read that one because it might actually be considered to be kind of not cool. But definitely it was interesting. Bubba. Marlon. I actually like Marlon. Taking that one. Or oh, I thought you were suggesting that as a name. Marlon's from Stardew. Still a good name. I wish I could search. I think if I try and search behind the name like this, it's gonna freak out, but... Oh, God. What if we try and Google this? Or... Oh, my word. I'm gonna get a bunch of ads for baby stuff now. I don't want Mom Junction or First Cry. I just want... It's gonna be like, is there something I'm missing? Yeah, I'm pregnant. Okay, Google searching that is completely useless. We're just gonna scroll through the list. Amazing. I'm scrolling through the list of Irish names on behind the name, and right after I said that, I just scrolled past one that means fertile. Amazing. Ooh, this one's cool. Wait, it's pronounced Ivan? Oh boy, that's not how I would pronounce that. Spelled like this. I'll type it in chat. Or maybe it's It's Effin. Oh, I see. I see what you did there. Effin. Hard EH-VIN. Effin. It means swift or prompt. Like it. Nothing simple like Sean. Oh, I'll do some of those too. But I like, especially for... that was weird. Especially for potentially prominent, like, NPCs and stuff, I like to try and kind of, like, find meanings. Or, you know, give them meanings. Because I figure some of those are probably even almost like nicknames or stage names. And Pixie's character has an Irish name, so I thought it might be kind of a fun tie to use a couple of Irish names. But I actually do quite like Sean. And it fits with Marlon as well. Marlon. Okay. We need to find a couple more, and then we're going to break. I need like 8 more. Now that I've kind of accomplished what I wanted to for that, now we just need like 8 more non-Mimi names. Some of them should be feminine as well. So hit me with what you got. What you really, really got. I have too many tabs open. Enya is Irish? I think that might be right. Yes. Yes, she is. Yeah, that's a cool name. We can use that. I have Rocket. I'm currently using behind the name because I like to be a little bit more thematic. Wonder what was Enya's real name? Holy. Okay, so Enya actually is her anglicized name. It's not a stage name. Interesting. This is her full name in Irish. It anglicizes to this. What are we doing this stream? It's right down here. We're working on D&D stuff. Okay, they don't need to all be feminine. I do like Fiona. Wait, F-I-O. Alright. Need 5 more. I'm scrolling through my list too. You can't see the screen? No, because I have spoilery things and whatnot too. So we're just hanging out and chatting, enjoying the vibes. Ooh. Fergus. Means man of vigor. I like it. Yeah, we don't want spoilers and stuff. What in the world? I have it set to no lyrics. You were 2.5 minutes behind. Oh, F. Well, welcome to the future. I did jinx pretzels super hard. We're still on Irish names, Ruben. Others are fine as well. Yeah. We got enough thematically in there. So any name that's not just like super derpy is good now. Dante, sure. Not do that. Yeah, Dante's a really good one. Phineas. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Two more. Oh, shoot, I'm still in the Irish section. I was like, these all still sound very Irish. Never mind. Merida, just throw a Scott in there. Lynn, I like it. Cool. Okay, that was what? That was probably less than 10 minutes over. And we had used about 5 minutes of our time doing other stuff at the start. So that's not too bad. Cool. 5-minute break. Break ends. Name generator has a hillbilly section. Amazing. All right, a 5-minute timer. Break ends in. There we go. Cool. I'll be back in a few. Stretch my legs, get a drink. I recommend that you guys do the same. Oh, I'm not familiar with that one, none. BeaithI. Irish male name given, which means swiftness or nimbleness. Oh, interesting. So it's actually synonymous with Effen. I'm sure I'm still not getting the pronunciation quite right on that, but sometimes incorrectly used as an Irish form of David, even though the two names are etymologically unrelated. Interesting. How do we pronounce it? Hold on. I know technically I'm on break right now. That's fine. Dahi. think I like that better. For a name that means essentially the same thing. Dahi versus Evan. That just doesn't sound unique, right? It just sounds like Evan, but I'm probably mispronouncing it slightly anyway. Do it. I'm gonna change it. Dawhee, D-A-W-H-H-E-E. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna get up. I'll be back in a few. And we're back. So there were totally 3 backstory things that I wanted to get done during that first half an hour. We got 1 done. That's okay though, because there was also kind of the split project of creating a format document for organizations that I'll use in the future, so it's just lightly different. than what I had anticipated when I sat down, but that's kind of D&D. All right, current project is back-end work. Or tracking story. Cool. So now that I don't want to be tempted to keep fiddling with it, I need to close all the stuff about the Thieves Guild. Otherwise, I'm going to want to keep fiddling. Well, hello there. I wonder, none might be a little bit behind live. So YouTube has this annoying, kind of cool, kind of annoying thing where if you don't have like an absolutely perfect internet connection, you slowly fall behind on video because it essentially, like, I don't know how it does exactly, but it like extrapolate, or no, it doesn't extrapolate because that would be filling in the missing data. I don't know, it somehow stretches the frames out. I don't know if it lowers the frame rate or what, but you somehow slowly fall behind on latency. So when the clock strikes 28 minutes left to go here, it is 2:44 and 44 seconds for me. Okay, so Michael's right up on it. Corey, on your work account? Yes. No, I recognize the name. Thanks so much for coming by. How are you? Hello Wishes was a good one too. Hold on, I still have Dahi open. Dahi. Okay. Brain, shift gears. You're on lunch at work, finish your work spreadsheets, now for relaxation, doing fun spreadsheets. Excellent. Pork chops and ranch dip. Interesting combo. Okay. And which one of these I want to do next. And this is going to be a little easier one for me to talk through as well for those of you that are just listening. This is going to go in probably character info. It's going to be a spreadsheet. Create and share that spreadsheet. And this spreadsheet is going to be called character story interactions. And essentially what this is going to do is I'm going to track which characters have had their, story, backstory, goals, whatever, significantly interacted with during a session. So that way I can kind of keep track of not having anyone fall through the cracks. Like, oh, this person has had 5 sessions without ever even getting to talk to an NPC about the thing that they care about or whatever. We have Alendite, Bahir, Lazarus, Bato, Skavash. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do 12 for now. Resize these columns. They don't need to be very big at all. Enter the text. I would potentially even just say like a significant amount of role play as well. So I'm going to make a key. Oh, not a K. A key here. Red means none. Orange means green means significant amount of story interaction. Okay. That red is too pink. Need something redder. Oh, man. Do I just need to go primary? Oh, God. Primary red on monitors is so red. But I'm not going to use this document a lot. I'll just suffer through it when I do. Go with yellow instead of orange. There we go. Also, I'm wondering if my chat is not caught up. Open it really fast. YouTube does weird things with chat. Especially with the whole live chat versus top chat thing. Okay. Oh yeah, if you guys didn't know about this, although our chat is low enough that it shouldn't matter too much, the difference between live chat and top chat. But at the top of your chat box, you should have a little thing with a down arrow, and it probably says top chat right now. You should change it to live chat. It's probably kind of useful in big streams. For our purposes, I just find it annoying. YouTube is weird. My face is caught up. True. Okay, so let's think back through this. We can group workshop this. As a group, who had significant featuring in session 1? I'd say Alan Diet and Skabosh both did because they had the whole like first third of the session just to themselves. Rubato had... I think everybody had some, right? Like, everyone got a chance to introduce themselves and, like, talk in character and whatnot a little bit. But the two of them definitely had the most. Okay, session 2. Lazarus had essentially none because his player wasn't there. I mean, 2 is almost exclusively combat, right? So that one's going to be a little bit harder. I don't think anybody really had like a significant thing there from a story perspective. That was mainly just fighting. I think I'd say that Lazarus had like none, right? Because it was somebody else filling in for him. And Bahir, Alandite, Rubato, Skabosh. I can't really think of anything else that jumps out at me as far as like meaningful story interactions or like significant character development, roleplay, that kind of thing. Day 48 of meds taken. Hey, well done. Whoops. There we go. That wasn't session 2, though. Or that was session 3. Yeah, and this is going to be somewhat subjective, no matter how we go about it, right? And our definition of what's like a significant amount of character development will probably flex over time, but this is just a broad strokes tool, I think. Yeah, seriously, good for you. That's what, essentially 1.5 months? How's my time doing? Oh, actually, wow, okay. Way better. Yeah, I think Rubato probably was the biggest standout there. Lazarus, again, was gone. Although there actually was a little bit. I had a chance to sit down with Lazarus's player a little bit more before the session that time and fill them in. Let's see, that was also our Crossbows and Karens episode, right? So Alan Dyke gets some things there. Well, it doesn't have to be something big. Stardust. It doesn't have to be a huge thing, right? It can be, you know, a small purchase, like a less than $10 purchase. It could be, I don't know, playing your favorite game for an hour. It could be, I don't know, getting together with a friend. It could be, yeah, ice cream's a good one. You don't have to be like, I'm gonna throw a big party. Yeah, craft materials, like buy yourself a new, I don't know, crochet hook or, you know, whatever. Something like that. New sticker, yeah. I don't know anything about crocheting. I don't even know if that's the right word or not. Pom-pom maker. That sounds interesting. Nobody else really jumps out at me as having significant interaction there, right? No, that's not true. Hold on. This is hard. This is why I want to get this started now. I think episode 2 is pretty balanced, so began by here's journey into being unconscious at least one time every episode since then, right? Well, and the goal isn't necessarily to balance each session, but it's more to have like broader balance, right? Like I don't want to get to the end of a year's worth of sessions and then have it turn out that we literally never did anything for Lazarus or, you know, whatever. But yeah, session 2 was primarily combat, and I would say was pretty balanced. Session 3, right? We got some roleplay from Rubato in the camp. I would say we got a little bit from, like a little bit more from. To work as, I don't know what that means, Stardust. But yes, Bahir is kind of slowly becoming the Kenny of the group, isn't he? 3 was a lot of Rubato, Alan died, some of Pixie. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. All right, now 4, we were in town. Well, sort of. 3, we were primarily in town, and then 4, we were in town for a bit before we left. So 4, I think we got a chance to touch on some things to kind of plant some seeds for Bahir. Lazarus, I think because it was really Lazarus's player's second session, Lazarus didn't really do much for himself in session 4. I think it's safe to say that Alan Diet had some significant character development in session 4. I think Rubato was, I don't know. Oh no, that's true. Rubato did some stuff around town before you guys left too that kind of planted some character seeds. And Skabosh actually, she went to her guild. So actually session 4 was really good. We touched on I think session 4 is, I think sessions 1 and 4 are the best that we've had as far as just kind of like how much we accomplished. I think session 1 started out well, right? We had some role play, we had a little combat, we had we had some scary moments. We got to town, we got a little bit more role play, we brought the party together. We got out into the wilderness, we had a good cliffhanger. Like I think session 1 was fairly good. I don't think session 2 or 3 were bad, but they were just less balanced. And and there's going to be ebbs and flows like that. But then session 4, right, we started out, we had about an hour-ish in town. We got out in the wilderness, we had some role play, we had a small skirmish, and then, spent like probably an hour kind of like traveling and doing that, and then we finished with about a 2-hour fight. I think we had some time in town, we had some combat, we had some role play. Session 4 felt really good. Like I said, I don't even necessarily want to always have all the sessions be totally balanced in terms of what we're doing. But I think session 4 was both balanced and time effectively spent. Okay. So that document is done. Learn to stop masking in public when it is safe enough to, so that's pretty cool for you. Yeah, masking means different things for different people, right? So that I guess the short version is I'm glad that you are feeling more comfortable in the way that you're presenting yourself. Lawful good and lawful evil are closer than you would think. Really, the only difference is kind of the intention. I would argue that that's probably a little bit more of a modern subjective way of looking at that versus the little bit more black and white way that D&D tends to paint it. But broadly speaking, yes. Really, that can be said of any of the alignments. Okay, we've got 10 more minutes left. So I'm going to move tagging and labeling the Trello. Into medium-term goals. Bruh, this song is bad too. Why? So, the last thing that we want to try and get done today. I think getting 3 solid things done isn't too bad. 1 every 20 minutes. Is that I want to make a list of character goals and try to sketch out kind of a timeline for those goals. This is probably just a Google Doc. I have to be careful what I say on this one because I don't want to spoil things. I have to talk structurally. I think one thing that's important to keep in mind when you're talking about alignment for D&D 2 is alignment should be more, in my opinion, should be more of a guide for general behaviors than it is a strict prescription. Now that's not necessarily dealing with things like knightly oaths or you know, whatever, some of that kind of stuff, right? But just strictly speaking, when you say like, oh yeah, like my character is chaotic neutral, right? Like probably the most boring player character alignment is like what does that mean as far as how your character generally views the world? It's shorthand, I guess is my point. All right, Alendite by here. Lazarus, oops. Otto. Escobash. Ugh. I think I don't actually want that document that I just created. I already have GM notes for the characters. Yeah, I'm deleting that. GM notes for on-stream characters. I'm gonna put that in there. Ooh, that's tough. I don't actually know how I want to define this character's goal. We don't really have a, I guess, goal. Maybe I'm being too strict with that term. Maybe like developmental point. Next developmental point. Is there any way to... I changed my mind. There is trash. Sweet. Restore. I decided I want to do this like how I did the Town Watch. Hit start in our first working section here. We had, we decided to keep the original Town Watch document and then hyperlink to that in the specific document. I think that's what I'm going to do here. Aw, Loki's caterwauling. Sometimes I can get him to cuddle when he's doing like that, but not usually. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the best way to do this. Next developmental point for Alendite. Don't say it out loud. World building. Okay. There's my notes for Alendite. So yeah, I think, sorry, I didn't interrupt myself there, but I think much like what we decided to do with the towns, where we had the general layout for the city of the town of Capstone, and then we also have a whole document that is just the leadership structure of the militia for all of our cities and towns. Instead of then copying all that info into the Capstone document, we created a hyperlink from Capstone to the militia document. That's essentially what I'm doing for our story arc plans here as well. I do have, Rocket, a couple questions for you for after we finish. Slash, just if you want to play any games or whatever. That I don't want to ask here. You have a question about the map. Is the map only what we know and there's more? Is it I've drawn more or is it not drawn yet? A bit of both. I have drawn more, but I have not drawn the whole world. So there is a map that I have that is like DM info that is probably 2 to 3 times as big as what you guys have. But the map that you guys have, it's an in-character limitation. The map that you guys have would be like if you went to a shop and asked to buy a map of the kingdom, that would be the map that you would get. This stuff you can send it a DM. You're in voice chat at the moment with somebody else. Yeah, I can. Okay, I know this says done, but more like guidelines than actual rules, right? Alert, work time over. Alert, alert. Hey, no worries, Ninja Viking. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Have a good rest of your day. You went to the imported candy store and got Jello jelly beans. I've never heard those words together, but I hope you enjoy them. Yeah, no, I'm almost done. Okay. I think I have my thoughts written out in a way that is meaningful now. You were 7 minutes behind? Man, how are you falling so far behind so quickly? That's crazy. Okay. So, done with most of what I wanted to get done today. Oh, yeah, mobile is way worse for it, for sure. Heard a lot of people say that. The last thing we're going to do, and then we're going to get off. Pretty close to an hour. My goal is to be between 60 and 75 minutes of work time. I don't want the hour to be stressful, but I don't want to go way over. Like, I don't want it to be stressful to stick exactly within an hour. That's what I mean. But I also don't want to go way over it. So, of the things that I have in my to-do list, what are the other things that I must get done before the next session? Which, by the way, if you guys haven't heard, is probably going to be next weekend. The 15th of April is what we're looking at. I have to get some backstory things done for Rubato. It's bacon? What? I need to do a few things. You're not 100%. What can we do to get to 100%? Okay, so we have backstory things to do for Rubato. Have mechanical things to do for Lazarus. I have that thing to do with the quest item that I don't want to say what it is. Ooh, I just thought of something. Okay, that can wait. But I have a solution for that now. Need to ask Amlas when you see her. Gotcha. We could do the 22nd if we had to, but I'd really rather not push it off that long as possible. When looking for ice cream and all you saw was bacon. All right, and then mechanically for Bahir, I need to look into how exactly we want to handle Stent and all that, because it may come up again in the next few sessions. And it just so happened to be that last time it was solved through the circumstance of where the wind was, but that's that's not always going to be the solution. That was just dumb luck. So if we're playing, this week is your ultra busy week. Yeah, no, I know. So I super appreciate you making the time to be here and hang out and support. So assuming that we're playing, in my mind, assuming that we're playing on the 15th, I have about 6 more things that I want to get done. And I would estimate that to be 2 to 3 more hours worth of work. So I will try and do a working stream again next week, but I've got a couple hours worth of work that I need to do outside of that as well. That's good to know. Cool. All right, this has been good. I'm enjoying this process. It's good to limit myself. It can be one of the benefits, but also one of the drawbacks to working at home and working for myself at home is things can take as long as I want, or as long as I didn't mean them to. So having a little bit of a time frame, even if it's totally artificial, is kind of good. Now, obviously, one of the benefits of working for oneself is the ability to have some of that fluidity and whatnot. So I'm not bemoaning that. And in fact, overall, I'm glad for the opportunity to be able to work when I'm able to work and to walk away from it when I'm able to walk away from it and whatnot. But I do think that this provides a good anchor. Some rice pudding. Okay. All right, that's it. Before I sit here and try and pick up and start doing something else. Thank you all so much for being here. I super appreciate it. There should be a working stream again next week on either Wednesday or Thursday. That'll be the 12th or 13th. And then fingers crossed, hopefully session 5 of our campaign will be on Saturday, the 15th of April. We'll probably be at about 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And I think that's it for us for now. Remember, those of you that also watch us on Twitch, we are off through the weekend, so our next live stream will be Tuesday, the 11th on Twitch, playing some EverQuest. And then, like I said, on either the 12th or 13th, we'll be back with another working stream. Thank you all so much for being here. Super appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And as always, take care and be excellent to each other.